Hello people, I'm Data from JGX and it's time to go back in the MechLab with another mech review. Today we'll talk about the King Crab. First of all, Hitboxes. It's pretty big, it's a wide mech. The CT is gigantic and usually people try to kill the King Crab by shooting its CT or they try to disarm it shooting the right torso if you have many energies equipped into the right torso. However, most of the time you will get killed through the CT. Once you twist the mech, somehow a tiny portion of the center torso is visible. You can use the arms to barely shield, maybe pointing them upwards with the arm lock off, but even the side torsos are pretty big. When you turn, it's pretty hard to miss the side torso of this mech. So overall, this mech is not a tank. It doesn't tank pretty much anything. As for the agility of the King Crab is not that good. It's pretty much in line with Direwolf, Annihilator. The King Crab compensates though having more quirks. As for the variants, is this a good mech? Yes, no, should I buy it? The King Crab overall it's a decent mech. The problem is that I wouldn't define this a meta mech because it's wide and relatively slow. So this is not a garbage mech, but it's not even a top tier mech. For sure, it's a fun mech to play. Let's start from the most interesting one, the hero, the kaiju. Most people see these quirks and like the HSL on PPCs, mainly PPC quirks, and they put 6 CR PPCs in the arms. I think the mech is too hot to handle 6 CR PPCs. You would need something like 30 double heat sinks, and you don't have them. So your alpha is less because you need to shoot 3 and 3. And your sustained is also less because you don't have the heat sinks to handle 6 ER PPCs. That's why I prefer 2 light gauss and 3 ER PPCs. With these heat sinks, I wouldn't say that it's a cold mech, but it's pretty decent. The reason also is that they start all from this side, so the geometry convergence is excellent. You can lead the shots and hit even faster mechs because of the velocity quirks. And one of the biggest problems of the projectile type weapons these days is that the agility, especially on pseudo lights, has been stupidly overbuffed to the point that if you don't have velocity quirks, it's actually pretty difficult to hit your shots on small, fast-moving targets. This mech has pretty good velocity quirks, on top of the fact that it's inner sphere PPCs, so they are faster than Clownier PPCs. I mean, of course, inner sphere ER PPCs. So overall, the projectile velocity of this mech is excellent, and also the geometry convergence is excellent. This, without any doubt, is one of the best mechs in the game, and if you have this sort of mech, then I think you should give this setup a try. Let's go on with a mech that people underestimate, because most of people use the DACA ones. They underestimate the 001. The 001 has thick gauze quirks. It could, in theory, alpha strike 2 gauze and 2 ER PPCs because of the HSL plus 2, but we already have the ECM Marauder for that role. You could use this one because of the better cooldown quirks. Heat quirk, but since it has laser range and it has thick gauze cooldown quirks, I thought that it would be pretty unique equipped with 2 ER large and 4 light gauze. And as I'll show you in a minute, the DPS of this mech at range is pretty high. Of course, the other build is just 2 regular gauzes and 2 ERPPCs in the torso. It doesn't exploit fully its quirks, though. Another interesting one is the quadruple zero. I decided to put 3 light PPCs and 2 AC20s to have some extra amount of double heat sinks, extra engine. Of course, if you decide to go the other way around, you could put triple snub and double AC20. You would have though to put endo steel and yeah, you could go like this. You would have less double heat sinks though, less range on the PPCs. So I don't know if it is worth to make. You can try. I think the 2 builds are equivalent. It's just that the other one gives you a better range option. Double AC20, triple snub works. Double AC20 and triple light PPC works as well. It's just that this one gives you more double heat sinks to handle the heat that this build generates. You can try both of them, they're going to work. Another way to do it is triple ER large and double gauze. You can do on this one, and you can do it as well on the 000B. It's a pretty generic build. It's going to work on both. Energy cooldown, energy heat. Instead, the quadruple zero has only energy heat. I'd say it's pretty much the same. ER larges don't need cooldown. So you can do the triple snub, triple light PPC, and double AC20. You can do it on the 000B, on the quadruple zero. I prefer to put something else on the 000B just because there is a UAC jam chance. So on this mech, I usually utilize the UAC jam chance, equipping it with UACs and light PPCs this way. The problem of this mech is that it doesn't have enough heat sinks to sustain entirely this kind of fire. So the light PPCs are more for the situation in which you just find a mech that crosses in front of you for an instant and you can shoot it like once or twice and then you shoot everything. But in case of sustained fire, you should be using only the 4 Ultra 5s because the mech just cannot sustain the continuous fire of everything, and the Ultras utilize your heat bar in a more efficient way compared to the light PPCs. So if you overheat by shooting only UACs, you do more damage compared to when you overheat by shooting everything, because these ones are consuming your heat in a less efficient way. Another one is the one with 6 ballistics, the 000. In the past, we used to bring 6 AC2s and 1 ERPPC, but recently the AC5s got significantly buffed. So if you can put AC5s, just put them. Of course, if the choice is between 6 AC5s or 8 AC2s, you go for 8 AC2s. But if you have 6 hardpoints and you can swap some AC2s for some AC5s, you should do it because now they are just more convenient. That's why on the 000, I decided to go like this: 4 AC5s, 2 AC2s, light PPCs. I'm a bit light on armor. You could decide to downgrade the engine, remove some ammunition, and increase the armor all around. It wouldn't be a bad idea. I think you can get away with this because the King Crab is a big CT anyway, so most likely you will absorb most of your damage on the side torsos and on the CT. I'm using XLs and not standards because I think that the velocity, the mech speed is key with this kind of mech. One of the major downgrades of the 100 tonners is they are too slow in the current meta. so speed could actually help. You could try to downgrade to an LFE, but you're losing heat sinks on top of actually being very slow. If you go to standard, it's even worse. Like, you can kind of make it work like this. You have the same amount of heat sinks, but your speed is only 40 kph. So to me, the choice here is 40 kph on a standard or 52 kph on an Excel. 40 kph, it's actually very, very slow. I'd prefer 52 kph. So as for the MechLab, that's it. I'm gonna just now show you in testing ground how they feel in terms of heat.
Target acquired.
And that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please remember to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, share the content with your friends. Catch you guys next time.